National trial attorney Michael Jaafar standing by. Michael, the nanny on the stand, this is a huge witness for the prosecution, not just because of what she saw, but I think it changes the tone there inside of the courtroom, because really what we've seen up until this point have been law enforcement witnesses. And now we're hearing from someone who has this personal connection to the victim. Talk about how important a witness like that is.
This witness is very important, very, very, very important. In my opinion, this might be the most important type of witness, because here's what I want to remind myself of when I read about this trial. This is still a very disorienting prosecution, because they have their hands tied, not their hands tied, they have a very difficult hill to climb, because they're trying to convict the girlfriend of the person having the affair of not only tampering with evidence, but with conspiracy to commit the original murder. That's going to be very difficult. That's going to be very difficult, because, you know, somebody could say, well, she had a motive. I don't think you have a motive to murder the estranged wife of a man you're already living with, right? She's already living with the woman. And I don't think it's ever rational to ever try to harm the person. I mean, if you're her when the estranged wife was still alive, you've won. He has 5 kids with her, but she left the house and he lives with you. So I just don't see the impetus to go that far. I mean, they lived in a mansion. They had it. They made it. They had the lifestyle. And you have to be a certain type of person to break up a family like that, and then you do all that, and then you conspire to kill the person, as opposed to just running the other direction when you find out that your new boyfriend wants to murder the mother of his 5 children. I just don't see it, right? It's going to be a lot easier for them to establish that she helped tamper with evidence, because pretty much anybody who's friends with somebody who's murdered somebody, I mean, I've never been in that situation, but I've defended people, right? Everybody's somewhat implicated in the after the fact type of effects of a crime, right? Pretty much everybody could be accused of tampering with evidence, right? Your best friend, and then you do something, and then your best friend finds out about it on TV, and then he calls you, is this right? Did this really happen? Well, this woman was living with the person, right? She saw him at press conferences. She saw him, when the car was found, hey, did you do this? I mean, of course she knew about it after the fact. Everybody who knew him knew about it after the fact. So that won't be hard to trip her into something like that. But to prove that she conspired before the fact to commit the murder, I don't know if this nanny or if anyone is going to be able to give convincing evidence that overwhelms the burden of proof. I'm still waiting to see that. I don't think that'll happen, but I do see juries being sympathetic to the victim and doing bizarre things.